Hello students. Today we will learn about different factors of production. There are 4 factors of production used in a business: land, labor, capital and enterprise. Let's start with the first factor of production, which is called land. Let me just take you through the features or the characteristics of land. Land is a natural resource. It includes all the gifts of nature that is used in the production process. For example, the land itself, which we use as an office or a factory, soil, river, forest, mineral deposits, and many more. The reward for land is called rent. So whenever we use an office, a factory, we pay rent for that. This is also known as factor payment. Since land is a fixed factor of production, the availability of that is less, and because of its less supply, the rent paid for it is higher. Let's now move to the mobility of land. Land is geographically immobile, which means we cannot move land from one place to another. Can we take an office from Delhi to Mumbai? No, we cannot, right? But land is occupationally mobile, which means it is capable of changing its use. For example, the same piece of land can be used for cultivation of different crops or for a construction of a building, a hospital or a school. Now, let's move to the second factor of production, which is called labor. Let me now take you through the features of labor. Labor is a human resource. It includes both the mental and the physical effort of human beings to produce different goods and services. For example, an accountant, a bank manager, a sweeper, a doctor, or even a teacher is a part of labor force of a country. The reward for labor is wage, which means whenever we take services of a labor, we pay wages to that person. So a labor can be a very low level of job of a peon or a clerk, or it could be a managerial job or managing director of a company even. Let's go through the mobility of labor. Do you think labor is geographical mobile? Yes, you are right. A labor can move from one place to another. We always see that. A person who is getting a better job opportunity in a different city or a different country, he moves from one place to another. For example, a teacher from Maldives comes to teach in a school in India. Now let's see the occupational mobility. Is a labor occupationally mobile? Yes, as the movement of labor from one job to another is very much possible. For example, a doctor who was working for 10 years in a hospital can now start teaching biology in a school, right? Let me now take you through the third factor of production, which is capital. Let's look at the features of capital. Capital is the man-made or the manufactured resources which is used for the production of goods and services. For example, tools, equipments, machinery, offices, factory, buildings, etc. All these are capital as it assists us to make the final goods and services. The reward or the factor payment for capital is called interest. Let's go through the mobility of capital. Now, this depends on the kind of capital good. Capital has a geographical mobility when we are able to transfer a machine from one place to another. For example, a photocopier machine used in a bank can be sold to another office or can be used by another bank in some other city. But at the same time, capital can be immobile. For example, we cannot shift a factory from one place to another. We cannot shift a coal mine from one place to another, right? Now let's look at whether capital is occupationally mobile or not. A delivery van can be used by a book publisher and also by a toy manufacturer to deliver the products. So it means capital is occupationally mobile. A machinery can be used to make a mobile phone, but if it cannot be used to make paper, so it is occupationally immobile. Let's move to the last factor of production, which is called enterprise, and in some textbooks you will also see it as entrepreneur. Let's look into the features. Enterprise is the willingness and ability to bear the risk and make decisions in a business. An entrepreneur is a person who organizes all the other factors of production like land, labor, and capital. He takes the risk and the responsibilities of the entire production. He decides what goods should be produced and how to produce them, also in what quantities it should be produced. The reward or the factor payment for entrepreneur is called profit. Let's see the mobility now. Geographical mobility. An entrepreneur working in one country can also set up his business in another country. We have so many examples now, so many multinational companies who have businesses in their own country and they also expand to other parts of the world. It is also occupationally mobile. An entrepreneur might have started one industry, like for example a steel industry, but can also open a clothing factory. So he can have multiple businesses. For example, Reliance in India has chemical industry, petrochemicals, entertainment industry, telecom industry, etc. I hope you enjoyed the lesson on different factors of production and it is clear to you all. Have a happy learning.